number of financiers prevented Bury Football Club staying in the English Football League. And the English Football League prevented credible bids being considered through some condition of exclusivity that no one wanted. Steve Dale was brought to the table finally with a bid that he accepted.
Please. Guys, put the stumps. Come on, let's all get the stumps.
No. No, I'm not the Wally in the Brolly. I'm not Steve McLaren. And listen. Bury FC only dies if we walk away, and I ain't going anywhere. Today, I don't know what that says.
Fuck the EFL! Fuck the EFL! Fuck the EFL!
We are. We've been fighting the EFL. You're absolutely damn right.
Jevons out!
Listen. Please, I won't take too much of your time. I just want to say a few things. Okay? Look, anyone here who knows what grief feels like is feeling it also today. But there are stages of grief. The denial that we all felt this week is real. But sooner or later, you've got to get out of bed, get dressed and go to the shops. And this is what today is. The recognition that life goes on. We don't walk away. Bury FC doesn't die. We've got to accept, more than likely, we'll be playing football in lower leagues, but we've been there before. We've got to accept that we've got to self-determine our future. We've been there before as well. So I'm not here to advocate a new club. I'm here to advocate new focus on the continuation of Bury FC, of football at Gigg Lane. The EFL can kick them out, can kick us out of their league, but we'll be back. We'll be back into League One football if we use the energy of the anger with. Say? Okay. Well, that's for another conversation. I'm sure there will be differences of opinion. There are, of course, as to which direction we go. But what we can't do is waste time and waste energy that doesn't keep football at Gigg Lane and keep Bury Football Club alive. And that is what I want to say to you all. You have my full attention on this issue still. The EFL have made their decision, but your decision today from here is to whether or not we keep Bury Football Club alive. Maybe not in the English Football League for now, but alive nevertheless. So I believe we have got to fight a whole number of fronts, including the EFL, of course. And actually, fighting the EFL is not a new idea. We've all been doing that for the last few months. Challenge it, absolutely. But if we simply concede that the EFL decide we are finished, then we have lost and we do die. And I'm not going to stand by, and you won't either, and want Bury FC to be determined by that one decision of a few financiers and a few of the EFL. So you have my full attention on this, and it is an absolute honour to see you all here today and to be able to speak to you. So,
do the FA have any power over the EFL?
I'm not going to get into technical. Does the FA have power over the EFL? The FA, essentially, no. I'm beginning to wonder who does have power on the EFL. It's one of the five.
We have power! We have power! The board's got power!
Exactly.
We have the power!
Exactly, we do. But we concede that power if we walk away. We concede that power if we spend our energy on the wrong things. Now, we'll have differences of opinion, I'm sure, but we all surely subscribe to Bury FC staying alive and Gigg Lane being the home of our football. And that is my view. The rest of it is to be determined. You have my absolute commitment that this is a parliamentary priority. We spoke to the sports minister last week. I'll be asking him what happened. What happened when the government rings the EFL and says this needs to be rescinded? Extension granted. A measly 1 day after a bank holiday weekend. Conditions of exclusivity that no one needed. The EFL and Steve Dale and Stuart Day are a joint enterprise criminal act against very you do not win anything staying in a victim mentality.
You've got to take action against them.
Action, of course. Action's being taken.
So do we get Dale out?
Steve Dale, the new ownership of this club has to be our priority. We got him to agree to a bid before. It was the Capital Bridge that pulled the plug on that deal. Steve Dale had sold the club. He did the media round. He sold the club, and he'll come back. Sorry, mate. I think there are 1,000 rambling words of someone that doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm not going to get involved in swearing chants. So I've already said I will use parliamentary privilege to out the wrongdoing where it is presented. Now listen. The letter that I sent to the EFL, which asks for the CVA, that Steve Dale presided over, to be looked at, to be investigated, that has been approved. There is now an investigation the Insolvency Practice Service are looking into the CVA. It is on record. It is on record that the owner of the holdings company that bought for a pittance the debt in this club is related to the current owner of this club. That is exactly what is being looked at.
Add Glenn Thomas to that list also.
Parliamentary privilege is yet to extend to Gigg Lane, but that's another commitment perhaps we should look at. I cannot start getting into what could be litigation areas. But if I'm in Parliament, that Parliament privilege extends to me. Yeah. Sorry, sir.
Do we need a title?
Look, one of the decisions to be taken, and Forever Berry are on record as absolutely doing some brilliant work on this. One of the town's considerations on this is what we spend our efforts and our money on, right? So if there comes a time where, as I expect there to be, a new owner is presented, a new bidder to become new owner is presented, I think we need to save our money for the season tickets and the investment in the club. Others will disagree and want to fight legal challenges. I support their right to do so. I am advocating that all our efforts go into the saving of Bury Football Club as we know it under new ownership. But actually, very little has changed. We still need Dale out.
Yes.
We still need Dale out. If we spend all our time over there, instead of focusing on that, then we weaken that challenge, we weaken that cause. And that's the point.
Well, you say go to his house?
Yes.
One second. What I will say is this. Acts like that undermine the cause, sir. I don't agree with it, I have no trust in it.
It's a brilliant thing. What can you do to help protect
So there is a covenant on the ground that protects it from anything other than recreational use. We are looking at how we tighten that. The council themselves, on Bank Holiday Monday night, Jeff Little, the chief executive of the council, wrote a letter for CNN Sporting Risks to present to Capital Bridge, confirming the and I quote because you can't, it's a judicial process planning, saying it is highly unlikely that any redevelopment would ever be granted on this ground. Okay? They still said, in their words, Capital Bridge came back with all due respect, we're not interested in dealing with with Bury Council. That was their email back to CNN Sporting Risk. CNN Sporting Risk put on an amount that Capital Bridge wanted double of, and that's where it broke down. Dale had accepted, CNN had approved funds, EFL had signed off. The mistake EFL made was the extension was exclusively to deal with one bidder, which is madness. It's incompetence, actually.
Stitched up. We've been stitched up.
We do.
We get 1,500, 2,000. Whatever league we're in.
100%. And to the gentleman's point here about fundraising, right? Then actually what we should be doing is doubling down our efforts, whether that's in a supporters trust or whether that's in some sort of bank account that we keep in escrow and protection. Then that's something that I'm going to be looking at, and I welcome. There'll be plenty of people here who can be part of that cause and that effort. So I welcome that. Right, I'll take Jill. Yeah.
For us all to come together and not have fractions of different people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's the biggest problem in this club. The division. That's what we've fallen. It's too
We
divided.
need supporters clubs building. You're letting Walmsley go on a Walmsley club. You're letting Nottingham Rugby Cricket, Radcliffe Football Club down here. The Polish Club, they want us in there.
Right.
Very Sports Club, they want us. Don't divide, don't just disappear and sit in your little house just on your phone. Let's sort some meeting.
We go on in Norway, and we go on in Norway. Right, listen, look, everybody. Thank you all for coming down. Let's stand up here. Thank you all. Keep your faith on the station.